This is Mrs. Bernard with this week's Sabbath story. One day I found my 5-year-old son Ben sitting near a window just basking in the sun. He was smiling from ear to ear, and I said, "You enjoying some sunshine there, Ben?" He said, "Oh, Mama, it feels so good to sit in the sun. It's so warm and cozy. It makes me feel like I do when I'm with my grandma." It melted my heart when he said that. I was so surprised actually to find such a young child noticing that when somebody's kind and loving and accepting, it makes them feel good, and associating it to something like the sunshine. You know, even a little child can make such an impression on other people. Did you know that your sunshiny attitude can be powerful witness for Jesus? We live in a world that is full of discouragement, and simply seeing the smile of a young person can bring a lot of cheer. There are a lot of people that appreciate a happy and polite child. Well, I knew someone like that. She was my friend in middle school and high school. Her name was Delinda. She was one of the happiest people that I knew. It always seemed like she was smiling and doing kind things for other people. Well, I had the privilege of working with her one summer at a local hospital. We worked in the grounds department and we took care of the beautiful flowers and plants that surrounded the hospitals. Often, patients and other guests would come outside and sit in a gazebo nearby to enjoy the flowers and the fresh air. The gazebo was in the middle of a courtyard filled with beautiful scenery that was a nice change from the hospital rooms. Well, one day as we work, Delinda noticed that lots of people looked sad and worried. "Wow, there sure are a lot of people here that are sad at the hospital today," said Delinda. "You're right. I wish there was something we could do to help them make them feel better," I responded. "I know. What if we make it our goal to see how many people we can get to smile?" Delinda sounded excited. "How are we going to do that?" I replied. "Well, I don't know. Maybe we just need to smile ourselves, or maybe we could say hello or have a short conversation with them," she replied. "All right, that sounds fun. Challenge accepted," I said. We started right away, trying to make eye contact with guests as much as possible while still doing our work. And we worked in the courtyard, and then we moved near the flower beds near the front of the hospital. And eventually we ended up near the emergency room entrance. Throughout the day, we had so much fun seeing many people smile. Sometimes all we had to do was smile ourselves. Well, other times we had short conversations before we saw a smile. We actually lost count of how many people smiled, but it was such a fun way to pass the time. Was it a big thing that we did? No, not really. We hope it brought a little cheer to the patients and their families, but we really don't know what effect it had other than to see several smiles in return. Something just as simple as a sunshiny smile can make a big difference. It helps people know who Jesus is and that he's happy and cheerful. You know, your cheerfulness can reflect what 2 Samuel 23:4 says. "And he shall be like the light of the morning when the sun rises, a morning without clouds, like the tender grass springing out of the earth, by clear shining after rain." I don't know about you, but there tends to be a lot of clouds where I live, and when the sun shines, it brings me so much joy. How cool would it be to be like the sun, shining without the clouds, bringing joy to those around you? Well, I teach Sabbath school, and we sing a children's song that you might know. The words go, "This world is needing smiles, the smiles that we can give." a cheery, sweet, and helpful smile, where we work and live. So S-M-I-L-E, S-M-I-L-E. This is what the world is needing, S-M-I-L-E. It's true. This world really does need your smile. As Delinda and I worked among the flowers, it was not just the fragrance of the beautiful flowers we were working with. We were also sharing the fragrance of God's love with the small acts of suggested kindness by my friend. Those small acts of kindness warmed the hearts of others, just as the warm rays of sunshine reminded Ben of his grandma's love. Well, what about you? What are some ways that you can cultivate cheerfulness and be a witness for God? Ask the Lord to help you find ways not only to shine like the sun, but to shine like the sun, Jesus.